Okay, guys, we're back now for the second car in the. This is the second car out of the three ISs that we had in the preparation booth. So this year, okay, so they mixed it up a bit. Because there's two brilliant reds, instead of getting the EVO1 ready for us, they got the EVO2 ready for us, which is it doesn't really make a difference. It just splits us up into a day apart. Okay, so brilliant red EVO2. This is the HP2 car, right? And we're basically looking good on metal. Sorry, not metal, on prep. We're in the boat. We're gonna give it a light primer and then straight onto base from there, right? Because we've got patch areas all the way through. But what we want to do now is we just want to go through quickly, like how we do on the rest of the cars, and just go through the cars per se. So I'm just looking. I don't have any of my microfibers here now, but Atul is gonna swim me because he's gonna come and do a last wipe off anyway. So when I say last wipe off, I actually it's almost like an understatement if I can call it that, because they will actually wipe this car down for about another 10 to 15 times before they get it 100% clean, and then we can go through with it. So I told you that we picked up dust on the last car, and this time here we went through a little bit more. But this car was blasted a year ago basically as well. So this guy has been on a rotisserie before. We've cleaned up, we've done what we had to do, because this guy's actually got the seam sealer done on the underneath, but we haven't rubberized as yet. So the car has been cleaned in and out quite a bit, whereas the other car was a little bit more fresh, but the dust didn't entirely come from the blasting. Anyway, let's just go through this car here quickly before they kick us out of the booth. We'll just check this panel here for me. We just want to go again through our panels. I don't know if I'm in the right chair. So we want to go through our panels again, and we want to look at, so on the gray you're not able to see the curvature that we always look for, right? The black on the other car actually brought the curvature out properly, and we could see the lines, we could see the indentations where we needed to. Here I can see it here now, but on camera you're not going to be able to see it, even with by eye only. It's not as sharp as it would look on color, right? So I think once we get color on here, I'll be able to show you better of how it looks. But we want to just go through. We got no waves basically on the fenders, roof. This is a sunroof car, obviously it's a HP2 car. That's done. Let me just see here quickly. This car is actually, this is part of our new process that we went through on this car. So yeah, let's just go around the car. Let's just show the viewers basically. So you guys saw this car when it was on white primer. There's no real differences in the primer. We just tried playing around with white for a change, so we could see basically better on the guide coats. So this is not into body filler. The white you're seeing here is not into body filler, right? This here is into our previous primers, which just showed us that there was a bit of a high spot there, and we went through a little bit. But the nice thing about that is it's not on body filler, so even if we really wanted to, we could actually go with base coat over that line there. The only thing is that on certain colors we might pick up some sort of shadowing on that. It doesn't happen on all colors, it happens on certain colors. So you'll see it, the shadowing, not like it or not, but the shadowing you'll actually see a lot on your darker colors, right? So you'll see it on the blacks. The black lights, especially on the base coat, likes to bring out shadows wherever you go. The dolphin metallic grays like to bring it out. The red, you can actually, with the brilliant red is only, not the henna. The brilliant red, you can actually cover up quite a bit. It's got a lot more coverage on the color. The henna red is another ballgame by itself. It's a bit more translucent. And you've got to pile your coats on basically and get your angles right, get your spray right, you've got to get things right, because it is very translucent. So these patches here would come out more in the henna red and dolphin metallic gray, your diamond blacks, as to a brilliant red. So we are going to give it a light fume just to get consistency on the color, and then we are going to plant our base coat on. So you can see the guys are waiting to get in here. Guys, let's let them get the coats on, and I'm not going to do in between stages because I get kicked out of the spray booth. let's see how the final cover looks. Okay, so I managed to jump into the booth quickly. Lucian and I managed to sneak our way in there. Atul is busy mixing his second coat. We got our first coat on, right? And we just want to run through it quickly, basically. So this is no clear coat on here. This is pure base coat. Let's just go through the panel quickly. We don't have much time before he kicks us out again. All right, so we just got how she looking on. She looks nice. She's laid nice and flat down, so you can see it's nice and smooth, right? All the way down. Let's just do on the other side quickly. And just on the roof, just show them how it looks on the roof. I mean, need to get back out of the booth now. So we don't also want to be in the booth too much while he's at this point here and open the doors a lot, because we will pick up dust in it. But yeah. Okay, so what he's going to do is he's going to get another one or two more coats on, and then we're going to leave him for his clear. So let's see how this baby comes out. One more thing before we go, the red always looks like this here. So the brilliant red always gives us a different color on base coat, right? And then only after the clear you'll see the red pop up. So it's actually good that we're doing the video like this here, and you're actually able to see the difference between them. Don't worry about the undercarriage. The car's still going to go into the rotisserie, and then we'll have to remask the car properly so we can get the undercarriage done. All right. Okay, guys. So we are done. Car came out good. However, we're still battling with a couple of dust spots. And I think what I'm actually going to do is we're actually going to take the booth apart, just to do a clean out again, and just see where we're picking it up. But it's the dust on clear again. There's nothing major. It's something that we'd like to perfect and iron out. But this is how she looks. So look at the line. So yesterday on base coat, that the car looked flat and you couldn't really see the detail of the line. Even on the Prime, I told you we couldn't see the detail of the line. Now you can actually see the detail out. So you can have a look at the detail out here, basically to there. So don't worry about the undercarriage as well. I told you this car must still go to the rotisserie, and we still got to get that done. Right. So there is a couple of dust issues that we have that will be able to be nipped out. We did pick up one run that I can see on the car, and actually two runs. One on the front fender. She looks good. She came out good. So let's see if I can get a better angle here, just to show you. So that's so the ripple you're seeing there is the orange paint effect on it, right? Yes. Proof came out good. So we pulled it apart a little bit differently. We got the fenders on the bonnet. You can see we spaced it up so the engine bay hasn't been done, because once it goes on the rotisserie, we mask the exterior out and then re-tackle that. So we're trying something different now. The doors came out good. Right, we tried hanging the doors differently this time around. Basically just to get to the inside of the frames nicely. Remember, these are steel doors, right? They're not aluminium. So the next car, see, we actually got a drop point there with thick clear. But she looks good. She looks good. See how the red actually pops out now after the base coat. So on the previous clip, the base actually looked very flat. This has just come alive now. So here's the one run that we're talking about over here. So it's a run on the clear, unfortunately. I've got to de-nip that out. So we'll use a nipper. But look at that. Look at this line. So this camera is adjusting. Right. Look at that. Okay, so car came out good. Right. Again, we are human. Right, we do pick up issues, but it looks like the issues are getting less and less and less and less as we go on, which is a good thing, and that's, I think, our ultimate goal. The other day, I put up the black car, and I put up a short on there, and again, we had a run on the fender arch, and some guys not on YouTube, on Facebook, are pointing out that run. Guys, remember something. My videos are there to show you the quality that's coming out, number one, that we're trying to push out. Number two, I'm also pointing out our defects on the cars. We are not portraying that it comes out superbly, because I don't believe any job, right, comes out. I used to think before I knew better that every job that has to come out there will come out with no issues out of the boot. It's nearly impossible. It's nearly impossible. The thing, what we can do is we can always make sure that our bases are correct. When we're on clear coat, if we try and make sure that our issues come out on clear coat, so we're able to correct it from there. But under no way am I portraying that it's a perfect spray job that comes out of the booth. Remember, these cars are not cut and polished. We haven't cut them at all. I'm showing you raw footage of them. So to those guys on Facebook, I understand, yes, you picked up a run there, but guess what? I showed you the run. I put that run up on the video. I'm not hiding it. So knock yourself out. Guys, let me know what you think on this guy. The brilliant red is always brilliant red is brilliant red. So when this car gets put together with the blacks, with the golds on it, with the suspension done, the undercarriage done, again, like Sean's car, like Previn's car out there, that's the brilliant red cars. It's just gonna pop out properly. And I really can't wait to see how this car looks polished up. And final glaze, not the polishing that we're just doing there now. That's just basically getting our orange peel basically right, getting the imperfections out. It's not a final glaze on it. We're still busy with a solution for that, a proper solution for that. And I'd like to see how they come out. But from your side, let me know what you guys think. We are getting ready with the next brilliant red EVO1. That's the aluminium car. And let's see how that comes out. Cheers, guys.